sorry I didn't post last week. We had gotten back from New Mexico. We had 4 days, and we went off to Houston for my grandparents' 50th anniversary, so I was tired and just couldn't get myself to post. Okay, anyway, so as you're watching this video, you can probably see that my camera, I'm moving in Minecraft at a unpassable rate, knowing my experience with the game before. That's because I'm speeding up the game footage. I was thinking of doing it this way, so when I'm doing more story time videos, where I'm just telling you about things that have happened, so you guys don't have to watch through boring and long parts me playing Minecraft. So I want to know what people's opinion are on this. Okay, now on to the subject of today's video. Today I'm talking about my opinions on reading, because I really, really don't like to read. So in school, most of the time, especially in your English classes, you're required to read a book every single year. Now, my problem with this is I don't like being told what I have to read. It's really boring, and most of the time I just don't finish it. So, let's see. There are some books I like to read, like Percy Jackson and the Harry Potter books, besides the first one. Because Percy Jackson, when you're reading that book, it instantly starts I don't want to be Half-Blood, and then you're already on ramp for the story. In the Harry Potter books, it's there was a dark morning, and what's his name, was getting up for his normal day, and he saw a lot of cats, and then it cuts to Dumbledore coming to McGonagall, saying that Lily and James are dead, and that Voldemort's gone, and who wants to read that? It sounds so boring. So, I had refused to read Harry Potter until I was in middle school. That's when I first read it. And it was hard to get through because it was really boring. Everyone was always telling me to read the books, and I was like, no, I refuse to read it because everyone wants me to. Eventually, I caved and I read the books, And for my school, you're always required to do summer reading. And they always pick the most boring books. When I was in 6th grade, we had to read The Little Princess. And everyone was telling me, oh, it's such a good book. It's so entertaining. It was so slow. And the plot twist wasn't even that great. It was so bad. And then last year, we had to read The Night Diaries. And that wasn't actually like that one. Mainly because it was in the letter and poem setup, which I like reading books as. And then we had to read, the one about a guy making a windmill for his community. And that one was also really boring. I don't know, I just have a really short attention span when it comes to reading, and I'll never read outside of school. For this summer, we had to read the dystopian book Dry. Well, you got to choose. And I chose the dystopian book Dry, which is about, in California, there's something called the Tap Out, where they lost access to a river, and so all the water is out, and it was actually a good book. I liked reading it. I read it on the 10-hour car trip to New Mexico. But the second book, The Confidence Code, was the worst. Listen, I don't like reading, as I just said. And so when I have to read a book that's just straight facts, and it's not science facts, it's like psychology, I don't like doing that. It's not fun, and I didn't even get a choice on that book. I still haven't finished it yet. Anyway, what else do I have to say? Oh, yeah. My opinion on classic literature. Okay, so I know everyone likes reading classics, and they say it's such a great story, and it's so well written, and all of these things. And okay, good for you. You like reading classics. Cannot relate, but good for you. Now, my problem with classics is that they're so boring. And most of all, they're the books with the pretty covers. So I'll go and I'll buy classic books. I have The Great Gatsby, Frankenstein, Dracula, The Iliad, The Odyssey, Phantom of the Opera, which, fun fact, is actually based on a book, and it's not just a play/movie, like I originally thought it was. Now, my problem with all of these books is that they're really boring and they're really slow. And me, who doesn't like reading, does not have an attention span for these books. And so I'll just read Percy Jackson and stuff. Now, my problem with Percy Jackson is that I'm on YouTube. And this isn't a problem with the books, it's a problem with me. Because I'm on YouTube, everything has already been spoiled. I already know what's going to happen. And that's so annoying, because now I can't go into a book with unknown, like wondering what will happen, how will the story turn out, because that's anything everyone always talks about. Another thing about me is that I am weird when it comes to books with spice. I don't know, I find it weird just reading it in some cases, and sometimes I'm fine with it. So, I don't know. I also need some good book recommendations that will accommodate my hatred of reading, because we have to do a lot of it for school. And I do like reading manga, but I also finish those quickly. And when you're doing state testing, and you're in the classroom for like 4 hours, and you finish the test, there's nothing to do once you finish the book. And the thing about me is that I don't like rereading manga. I'll read it once and I'm done with it. And so when I'm stuck in a classroom with a book already finished, I don't want to reread it, because it's not fun. Now, one thing that I find annoying is that I like to buy classic books because I like the covers and they look pretty in my room. But then my parents hit me with well, if you want to buy more books, you're going to have to go read all of them. I don't want to read classic books. I just had them because they looked pretty. And now I'm having to go read all of them. And that is not fun. Not something I want to spend my time doing. So that's just great. Right now I have the Iliad, the Odyssey, Great Gatsby, Phantom of the Opera, Frankenstein, Dracula, Julius Caesar, Sherlock Holmes, The One and Only King, a book about the Mayflower. And I don't know, because I don't want to read those books. I just have them because they look pretty on my shelf, and now I'm having to go and read all of them. And that's just great. Though I'm hoping that it'll help me in school, because I have to read these books in high school, and I've already read them and have knowledge of them, then it would give me an advantage other students might not have. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about doing the whole story time speeding stuff up, because if I'm going to do this, I'm definitely going to have to write out what I'm going to say in advance. I didn't do it for this video because it was my first time trying. So I don't think these story time videos are going to be as popular and common and stuff, but I'm still going to try doing them. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm being so awkward because I don't know what to say because I didn't have anything planned out. Okay, so do you guys know the saying how people say don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? Because if the basket was to break, then you would lose all your eggs. But what if you're putting all the eggs in one basket and it increases your chances of getting the thing that you want, then is it worth it? I'm asking this because during the summer, my school does this summer reading book bingo thing, where if you read for a certain amount of minutes, you go to a library, you listen to an audiobook and do all of this stuff, you can earn tickets. And when you have enough tickets, you can put your tickets into a raffle to earn a prize. So my question is, if I was to put there's a set of rules and one of them is Pierre the Penguin, and I really just want the penguin. So my question is, should I put all of my tickets in the one thing that I actually want, or spread them out so I have a chance with everything, even if I don't want it as much? Because if I don't get it, then I don't have a chance for any of the things. But if I put my tickets in all of them in that one gift, then that increases my chances of getting the one thing that I want. So it's something you need to think about. Anyway, that's my first story time-ish video. I'm definitely going to work on it, and I might come back to the reading subject again with a better improved script and what I'm going to say. But I doubt that my video next week is going to be a story time. Also, okay, so I'm thinking about trying to upload more. I'm still on summer vacation and I don't have a lot of things I want to do. So I'm going to try uploading more on this channel just to see how it works out. It's not going to be like every day, but it might be. I don't want you to like expect a video every day, but sometimes I'll try to post every day. And even if that doesn't work out, I'm always guaranteeing one video a week. Or if I don't, I'll give you guys notice beforehand. Anyway, enough with my awkward talking, and I will see you guys next week.